Recently, I came across this photo from a commercial that Bill Cosby did in 1984. And as you guys can see, he's promoting Coca-Cola. All right. Celebrities that are heavily associated with Coca-Cola are prone to be death fakers. So as you can see from this collage that I made a while back, Lisa Lopez, Tupac, Michael Jackson, Selena, Elvis, Marilyn Monroe, Nipsey, Eazy-E, and Ice Cube's in the photo with Eazy-E, so he could also be an upcoming death faker. And as you guys can see, the initials of Coca-Cola CC, which is 33. And of course, this commercial was aired in 1984. The 84 is like 48, and the prime number of 48 is 223, which translates to skull and bones, aka 322. And this kinda can correlate towards him most likely being a death faker in 2023. And of course, his stage name Bill Cosby equals 99 in the ordinal cipher. I've showed you guys in previous videos like the Elvis and Queen Elizabeth video, they both equaled 99 in gematria, and they just so happen to be death fakers. And it's not only just with gematria, sometimes they have photos like speaker knockers where 99 is in the background of a photo, and that's just another correlation with being a death faker, because 9 is the number of completion. So when you type in Bill Cosby and add an S, and this is on Google search, the second suggestion is Bill Cosby still alive. The fact that that's even a suggested search shows that they're going to be knocking this character off soon. Here is a side-by-side of Bill Cosby and Birdman. And of course, Bill Cosby's doing the one-eye symbolism, which is a reference towards the Antichrist. As you guys can see from this side-by-side right here, they look so much alike. One thing that can probably throw people off is the different demeanors, the different generations that they are a part of. But it's obviously there with these two characters, and here's another side-by-side of them. New Orleans, Louisiana equals 83, which is connected to death. Murder equals 83. Common connection between these two characters is that they are perverted characters. So the word perversions matches to Philadelphia, Birdman, and William Cosby. Pervert also ironically connects to them also. So it matches to Brian Williams, Cash Money, and it matches to July, which is the month that Bill Cosby is in quotations born. And then sexual immorality matches to William, matches to Jefferson, matches to Stunna, which is a nickname for Birdman, matches to William Cosby and Bill. Sexual immorality also matches to Birdman's full birthday, including a year, and it matches to Philadelphia, perversions, and rapper. What is the chances that Miles Davis and Bill Cosby have this photo from 1988 and both of their newer characters are rappers? So as you guys can see, Birdman, and then here's Lil Wayne. And make sure you guys go check out this video I made 4 months ago about Miles Davis, Lil Wayne, and Professor Griff. And here's more photos of Miles Davis and Bill Cosby. This is a very inorganic friendship and relationship, just in plain sight. And here's some disturbing photos of Birdman and Lil Wayne kissing. In the People Also Ask section, did Lil Wayne and Birdman kiss? And it says right here, Birdman and Lil Wayne kissed on BET's Rhapsody in 2002 and years later on 106 Apart. And of course, they quoted something that he said. I guess he's referring to Lil Wayne in this. He said that he's the only person that Lil Wayne kisses, which is really weird. And everyone has pretty much seen these photos of Birdman with this young boy. He's always around younger boys, just very weird. And years ago, Young Thug had posted this on his Instagram, and the caption says, "Me and my lover dripping like always," and then he adds Birdman. And here's another fugazi thing that Birdman has been accused of. So everyone has seen this. I'm not really going to dive into this whole concept. This is very weird. And of course, his in quotations rapper has this blasphemous name. Leviticus 18:22 states, "You shall not lie with a male as with a woman. It is an abomination. Now the works of the flesh are evident: sexual immorality, impurity, sensuality." And then Leviticus 20:13 says, "If a man lies with a male as with a woman, or both of them have committed an abomination, they shall surely be put to death. Their blood is upon them." Colossians 3:5 states, "Put to death, therefore, what is earthly in you: sexual immorality, impurity, passion, evil desire, and covetousness, which is idolatry." 1 Corinthians 10:8 says, We must not indulge in sexual immorality, as some of them did, and 23,000 fell in a single day. This is a deep one right here. Just plain and simple, do not indulge in sexual immorality. And it says right here how they fell in a single day from doing that. 1 Timothy chapter 1 verse 10 says, the sexual immoral, men who practice homosexuality, enslavers, liars, perjurers, and whatever else is contrary to sound doctrine. 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 22, so flee from youthful passions and pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace, along with those who call on the Lord from a pure heart. So this is BIRDMAN's tattoo. It's a very odd tattoo. He has a bunch of red stars on his head, which is creepy. And here's another photo of the tattoos. So the backstory to these creepy red star tattoos that he have on his head is that basically he had an oil rig business and he decided to tattoo an oil rig on his head oddly, and then the business basically failed because of fraud, other irrelevant reasons. So he got stars to conceal, aka cover up, the oil rig tattoo. Every time I see these stars, it just reminds me of the communist star. And I think that his tattoos are super symbolic for the next upcoming years. And we can kind of see right now in society the things that they are pushing. Even recently I had seen in the media about the taxes and how the US dollar is basically going down, the economy's down, and all of these things are purposely done. They all have symbolic meanings, which I'll get into later. But as you guys can see right here, all of these articles from a month, even some from hours ago, are surrounding the gas shortages. What's the chances that he had this oil rig company? It fails. He covers the tattoos with red stars, which symbolizes communism. And the next type of government or authority that they're going to have over the entire world is going to be basically a one world government. That's basically the New World Order. And it's going to be communism, but disguised. Okay. And of course, we're seeing already with the oil. And then now they're moving into Teslas, self-driving cars, electric cars, which are not as good as they seem. And they're going to continue to promote these things. They're going to promote a lot of tech stuff, which is really going to trap people into even deeper slavery. And even right here, it says that Oregon and Washington joined California in banning gas-powered vehicles starting in 2035. So the fact that they're even making laws to ban those cars, it really sounds like control, because if everyone's driving around in these Teslas or these electric cars, there is something controlling it. And like in the movie, I think it's called Tribulation, where they controlled the car, which caused him to get into a wreck and put him into a coma. And it's just all about control. They're trying to get everyone under one system to control them. So that's the ultimate goal, is the New World Order, which is even worse than communism. But it is communism, but it's going to be disguised as something free and fun. And it's just going to be very weird. So yeah, look out for that. And here's some Bible verses at the bottom. So Revelation 13:7, which deals with one world government. Revelation 3:2, Daniel chapter 7, verse 4-7, which deals with the one world leader, aka the Antichrist. And then Revelation 13:8, which deal with the one world religion. They're trying to make their own religion, and we see that already nowadays with this whole New Age spirituality movement. And then Revelation 13 verse 16-18 deals with the one world currency. And the scary thing about that is we're seeing the beginning stages of that with the whole tax thing and the economy falling. And Bitcoin helps with this. His stage name is BIRDMAN, which is a very odd stage name, but it's purposely done because all through history, and if we backtrack and look at all these different civilizations, you have the Mayans, they had a Birdman. Javanese civilization had the Birdman. And we all know that ancient Egypt, Indonesia, etc., they all had some deity or evil entity that they were worshiping, which was, of course, a Birdman. So in modern day times, it only makes sense to make a rapper named Birdman, make a Marvel character, which I'm going to show you guys which name is Birdman. Here's Ra, and of course he's a Birdman, and the one eye symbolism hinting towards the Antichrist. And look at the sun. This photo is so creepy. It's so symbolic. So the sun has hands like it's reaching out, and it's red, of course. And then here's a Marvel's character, the superhero. See, they try to make superheroes out of this stuff to attack the children, to get the children all used to it so they don't think anything's wrong with it. So when they grow up, it doesn't strike them as anything strange. And here's that photo that I showed you guys in the beginning of Bill Cosby, and he's doing the one-eye symbolism, hinting towards the Antichrist. And I'm going to talk about that later in a full detailed video. And here's another photo. It's a photo of a magazine of Bill Cosby, and of course he's doing the triangle symbolism with his hands, and he's wearing orange, and the letters on the Jet magazine are also orange, which is Masonry 33. And again, more symbolism, and it's just very creepy. And then he's using the rainbow colors. They love distorting the rainbow. Everything that they do is to mock above because they are so bitter. And then right here is an old photo of Birdman, and like with all of their old photos, there's always some symbolism, which is a brick wall in the background. So William Henry Cosby Jr. matches to William, and it matches to Christopher Williams. And another connection between Bill Cosby and Birdman is that Bill Cosby's first name is William, and Birdman's last name is Williams. One of his last names is Williams. And then William Henry Cosby without the junior matches to Christopher Brooks, which is Birdman's first name with his other last name, and that matches with 93. And William Cosby matches to Stunner, Bill, Birdman, Philadelphia, Perversions, all with 61 and 73. And then William Henry matches to Brian Brooks, Bill, Brian Williams, July, Christopher, comedian because he's a comedian, and Cosby with 64, 68, 67, and 175. And then William matches to Birdman, matches to William Henry Cosby Jr., and it matches to Williams, Bill, and Rapper with 34, 47, and 110, also 35. And then February 15, 1969, which is the Birdman character's birthday, matches to Perversions, perverted character, matches to Rapper. He just so happened to be a rapper, and it matches to Brooks. It's all scripted. And then Stunner matches to Bill, matches to Brooks, matches to William Cosby and comedian. And then Brian Brooks matches to Christopher William Henry, July 12th, 1937, which is the Bill Cosby character's, in quotations, birthday, matches to Cash Money, Brian Williams, and Philadelphia. And then Brian matches to Cosby and the weird nickname for Birdman, which is Baby. Why do all of these, in quotations, grown up male, wannabe male rappers refer to themselves as Baby? Is so creepy. And then Birdman and Brooks all match with 26, 24, and 30. Then Christopher Williams matches to William Henry Cosby Jr. and Philadelphia with 101 and 102. Dead matches to July. Bill Cosby is going to be a death faker. He's born in July, and it matches with 14 and 22. And something I just realized is that a lot of characters that are born in July die, and they do this big harvest where they just kill a lot of characters in July. He has another record label called Rich Gang, and Rich Gang matches to his other record label, which is Cash Money, and it matches to Brooks, Rapper, William Henry, 1988, Cash Money, and it matches to Brian Brooks and Christopher. And here's some side-by-sides for you guys to see. And they look so much alike. It's just the different demeanors, different agendas, but it's there. And technically their agenda is the same. They're both perverted characters. You know, one targets women with substances and the other one targets boys. It's all just weird and immoral, and the nature of their character is just to promote and make it acceptable to be so sexually immoral. And here's another side by side of them. So real quick, I do want to say that I miss you guys so much. It's been 8 days so far since I haven't made a video. I've just been busy. Before I end, I do want to read some positive verses to you guys. So this is, of course, said by Jesus Christ, and this is Luke 15 verse 7. It says, "In the same way I tell you, there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 respectful people who do not need to repent." So this just to give a lot of you guys motivation, because I know that the devil can get into our mind and condemn us and make us feel like, you know, you've done all this terrible stuff and, you know, God's not going to forgive you. But that's not true. I really recommend you guys watching like the little Christian cartoons. There's this one, The Prodigal Son. That's my favorite one. It just reminds me that, you know, I repented for everything that I did, and I know that God accepts me, and, you know, I'm good, you know. And I think a lot of people need to hear this verse, because a lot of people have doubts, and they think since they've chose terrible paths in their life before that they cannot be forgiven. But you can always be forgiven. Matthew 22 verse 37 says, "Jesus answered, 'Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind.'" And then verse 38 says, "This is the greatest and the most important commandment. The second most important commandment is like it. Love your neighbor as you love yourself." So these are really good verses. I really like repeating these verses. Thank you guys so much. I truly love all of you, and I appreciate all of you guys for watching and supporting. Thank you.